Morning everyone, welcome to DOdaily. Wake up to walk. It's Des here. Just checking in for the last time this week. As ever, I'm up bright and early, getting in the short walk before attacking the day and doing everything I've got to do. As you can see, it's really bright behind me. Feels like the first genuine spring morning. And that's an amazing feeling right now after all the tricky mornings on a Friday, getting up whilst it's still dark, waiting for the daylight to break. It's nice just to come out. I actually wish I'd been out a few minutes longer and got in a longer walk this morning, but not to worry, got plenty of time this weekend to do some of the things I want in that sense. Got lots of nice plans. But as ever on a Friday, I'll be looking back at the week gone by, running the rule over what's been said and looking forward to what's in store next week. It's been a really good week personally. Really pleased at the way things have panned out. Started the week by talking about, to be honest, I'm always talking about momentum. But at the start of the week, I almost realised that momentum had built to a level where I'm actually quite happy again. And whilst momentum's important, you also have to realise when it is actually working for you. Sometimes we're a little bit guilty of striving for a little bit more. But for me, on Monday, it was a case of understanding through small bits of adversity, nothing major, but something that's enough to put us off, disrupted travel plans, lots of sort of problems caused by the weather, where I needed to be, what I needed to be doing. We can let those things get to us, but by understanding that it didn't really get to me that much, it made me realise that I was back in some kind of place I want to be. And that's all we're ever striving for, isn't it? So when it happens, we have to realise that and just work with it, go with it. Do you know, that's the whole point, isn't it? I talk every day looking for small improvements, so it's so important to take it on board when it's actually happening, when those improvements are there to be seen. It's really important to make the most of. Of course, as the week's gone on, there's been plenty of small wins that I've just added to that. I ran through them yesterday on Thursday Thoughts, but sort of picking up my Great North Run place, always a big one for a runner, always one of the biggest events, and doing that and having London Marathon in the same year, what a few weeks that's going to be. That's going to be, and sandwiched between the Robin Hood, which incidentally finishes just along the river there on the Victoria Embankment. Really great period to look forward to, so much to look forward to, and of course lots of personal things, including the wedding. How could I forget that? It seems to be the height of all conversation right now, but that's not a problem. I'm getting quite excited. I'll let you into a little bit of a secret, which Kay will get quite excited about. I had a dream about it all last night, about the day, which was a bit crazy, a bit crackers, but just shows another sign it's really happening and it's on my mind. So really looking forward to that and everything, all those races afterwards. It's what me and Kay do, it's how we met. It's just in reality, it's just another sign that it's meant to be, I guess. So yeah, picked up that on Tuesday, and then it has been a case of, whilst I'm not disregarding the momentum, it's been a case of just working with all that and maintaining it, you know, pushing it forward. Lots of nice things have happened this week. Had to work really hard, you know. I'm not complaining about that. Put myself out at times to help others, which is just what it's about. It's just about sort of paying it forward sometimes. And again, when you realise that, rather than just get bogged down with, oh, I can't be bothered, you know, or I don't need it right now. Because to be honest, there was little bits I could have done without. But again, it's the way you approach it, isn't it? In my eyes, just paying it forward a little bit. Also, not just that, making it easier for myself longer term by working on 1 or 2 bits that I don't have to work on later, that kind of thing. Do you know, and it just makes it that little bit easier going forward. And I always talk about planning and preparation, and of course that's what a Friday morning is about, isn't it? It's about planning, preparing your day. I use this time to reflect, but then I'm talking about what I'm going to do, building up the anticipation, the excitement I've got myself, you know, being enthusiastic about it. It's one of the words I always use along with positivity, is being positive and enthusiastic. When you can be, when you talk about it, you build something up in your own mind. And yes, sometimes that could lead to disappointment, but if you've really sort of put thought and effort into it, and you've realised that in a way you've earned it by working hard all week, you know, you're more likely to enjoy it to the absolute maximum. And that's what life's about, isn't it? It's just about enjoying the good times, living through the bad times. Like I say, it's been a good one this week. I would be honest and tell you if it's not so good. Of course, that's what DOdaily is all about. It's about riding this roller coaster of life, you know, and just understanding where we're at. And I've done exactly that. Luckily, it's for good reasons. Look at the river, absolutely stunning. Great place to do what I do. Really, really enjoy being down here. It's still looks a bit fierce from all the storms. Although it has dropped, it was really high. It probably looked like it was going to break the other day. But again, being by the water at this time with all this bright light, absolutely stunning and an amazing place to be. So moving on to the weekend, again, in many ways, I keep using that word today, momentum, and I'll use it all the time. With my activity, it's about building that. Looking to get another part 1 vlogging in the morning, jumping on a train, not going too far, and then going on a little adventure of running to the park run, doing the park run and running back. Again, it's just to build on what I've done, just to find a new way to motivate myself and keep myself inspired. For as much as I do all this, sometimes it can just be difficult after a long week, especially. It can be hard to get up on a Saturday morning, and of course I want to indulge in some of the other things I like, a drink here and there and some nice food, but it's just a way of keeping me focused. I've arranged, again, added that accountability, arranged with friends to do it. I'll have to put some effort into making the plans today because I've been busy. I'm not quite on top of that, so I've got that to look forward to, which is all good stuff. Then a football match at the place we all know so well, the world famous City Ground. Looking forward to getting back there. And then a few drinks, not too many, just more plans for the wedding, checking out the DJ, just little things like that. And again, it's all that sort of effort, enjoyment, preparation. And then on Sunday, it's all about the running clubs, getting up early, getting in a coaching session before the actual running group, which is also just over here on Trent Bridge. Spend so much of my life around here, and whilst I really do enjoy it on a Friday, we're looking in the next couple of weeks to start a brand new walking challenge, a route. I think it's about a 60-mile route that goes around Nottingham, goes around the city as much as the county, as what I've done before. So really looking forward to that. But like I say, looking forward to the weekend first of all. Absolutely I am. It's going to be one of those that it's just all about what I do. You know, like I say, the running, the football, the running clubs. Then on Sunday, hopefully, I'll get a few minutes just to sit back for a few hours in the afternoon, take the pace off what's been a pretty hectic but exciting week, and look forward to the next week. I said at some point in the week, I don't like to get bogged down by what day it is, or of course I work to what day it is. That's what DOdaily is all about, with its different motivations. So I'm not contradicting myself there, but I don't like to sort of be defined by the day. You know, I like to get in as much as I can every day, and it's just proved that this week. And I think it's so important. Sometimes I've even forgot what day it is, And I think we can put pressure on ourselves when we do that, but the reality is we only really do it when we're pushing on ahead, striving forward, and making the most of the things we do. And that's what I encourage, guys. But on a Friday, the biggest thing for me, it still works like you won't believe. It was something I started in COVID, but yesterday was the last day of all those restrictions. 700 days in it, as I mentioned. But the biggest thing was getting up and getting out for a walk on a Friday morning. I've not been out for long again. Like I said, I wish I'd done a little bit longer today. Starting to become a little bit more possible to get a good walk in, so next week I'll be looking to attack it. But the reality is it helps me do all those things. This is a really important piece in a cog in the wheel, which helps me tick through everything else that's happening. If it didn't, I'd be struggling. I'd feel like I'd not done what I need to do. But now I feel absolutely on top form, and that's where I want to be. Getting out for a walk on top of feeling like you're on top form just makes me feel like I'm ready, prepared to tackle whatever's next. Hopefully you've enjoyed the episode, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed what I've got to say. Just a few words of encouragement and letting you know how it's going. Like I say, if there were anything difficult, I'd say it, because I'm quite honest and out there, probably a bit too honest sometimes, although you can't be that, can you? But just a few words of encouragement to do all the things you enjoy, make the most of them, and of course wake up to walk. That's what it's all about on a Friday. If you've liked the episode, please give it a thumbs up. Take 2 seconds down there, and also if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Lots of new subscribers yesterday, made me feel really good about DOdaily, hitting that 250. Gonna stop going on about milestones now until I hit that magical 500 number. That's the next one, and beyond that it's 500. The gaps get bigger, but the achievements do too. And again, it's going to take a lot of hard work. Weeks like this, we've had to really put it in and really enjoy, make the most of, but work really, really hard. Until Monday, guys, have an absolutely amazing weekend. If you'd like to comment on what you're doing, I'd love to hear it. Perhaps read some of those out. It's just about taking a little bit of inspiration and motivation sometimes from others, and that's all I'm trying to provide. Just doing it.